Coach, you go into stoppage time, and you're long 8 minutes, and then you're looking for another I guess a winless match, but then all of a sudden Leerdam scores in the 96th minute, and all of a sudden it was just one of those games, wasn't it?
Well, the fans go home happy. Coaching staff, players, we're all going to go home happy today. That's pro sports. Buzzer beaters in basketball, last minute Hail Marys in football, it's all the same. That's part of why sports is such a great, entertaining event. But certainly I thought prior to the goal, I thought the game had really kind of opened up in the second half. The first half might have been a little kind of cagey, whatever, guys getting, used to the new turf, some odd passes, bounces. But in the second half, I thought you saw two teams really going after scoring. I mean, Vancouver was sitting back, defending and countering, and they were pretty effective there. But, our guys were getting after it, and we were trying to score and, trying to make a play.
Yeah.
Coach, you had mentioned, kind of before that, a controversial goal with Leyva. What were you told, and what did you see?
Well, so I was told that they were looking at it for a foul on Justin Dillon, and obviously I'll have to see multiple replays. I only saw the one that we put up on the scoreboard. I don't know if that's even legal, but I mean it was up there for everybody to see. But it didn't look like a foul to me. But again, I've always said this: referees have a very difficult job, but it's a tough task, and sometimes something that looks like a foul to me might not look like a foul, and so they have to make decisions. And we might agree with them, we might not, and we move on. It's it's just part of, again, pro sports.
The crowd's response, does that kind of help you feel better, I guess, if they're taking it out on?
Well, the response that I got from Kelvin and the rest of the guys is what made me feel happy. I mean, they're booing McMath, but I mean maybe they should have been booing the ref or someone else, but again, it just made the atmosphere in the building. I think this was one of our, games where we wanted to play against a rival, open up the building. We had a ton of people in there. They made a bunch of noise. I think the whole atmosphere today was great, and for the home team to come and win late made it exciting for everybody.
Mark?
Yeah. You had a couple of players making their MLS debuts tonight with Danny Leyva and Justin Dillon. What were your thoughts on both of their performances?
Well, I would congratulate Justin on his first MLS start. I would congratulate Ocampo on his first MLS minutes. I would congratulate Danny Leyva on his first MLS goal. I thought, I thought all three of them were great. I mean, you saw the enthusiasm that Ocampo had at the end of the game. You saw all the work that Justin did during the course of the game. And then what a lot of you guys may not, well, some of you guys probably know, but a lot of you guys don't realize was that Danny Leyva actually played 120 minutes on Monday for our U19 academy team. And so for that kid to go 120 minutes on Monday in a high-caliber tournament, and then to come back on Saturday and make his first start after, a regen day, a travel day, and a couple of training dates, I thought was tremendous.
Jeremiah?
Yeah, speaking of Danny Leyva, fair to say that he looked good not just for a 16-year-old, but for a defensive midfielder in MLS?
Well, I'm not going to label him a defensive midfielder. I would say that he is very. I'm not even going to go there. Danny Leyva is his own. He's his own man, player, young player, whatever you want to call it. He's still developing. I don't think he's a true number 6, as witnessed by his ability to pick his head up and chip a ball over a bunch of players and into the back of the net. I think, a lot of guys, don't have that ability. If you're just labeled a true number 6, I think he has some attacking flair. I think some of his passing was very clean. You know, so I was, again, just really impressed with the kid, and, you know, kudos to him. You know, kudos to Gonzo, you know, because Gonzo does a lot of work with all the midfielders. And it's been, you know, as a soccer fan, great to see.
Yeah. What went into the decision to start him over Dellum?
Jordy Delem was not a good pairing with Gustav for this particular match. You've got an opponent that's playing the third game in 8 days, and you don't want two guys that aren't able to, you know, maybe find some forward passes as their number one attribute to the team. Both Jordy and Gustav are very, very good at what they do, but for the tactics for this game, Leyva was the obvious choice.
Awesome.
Yeah, Brian, young kids coming in, goal, maybe not goal, the resiliency of your team to come back after having lost 4 and just really focused on the task at hand. What can you say about that?
Well, one of my bosses always tells me that I'm I'm a broken record about the mentality of my team and always fighting hard and never giving up and all of that. But I think that's always a quality that has to be there if you want to win championships. I mean, this team, this franchise, they never, ever stop playing, never trying to stop playing to win. And I think that's one of the things that I'm most proud of as the current coach of this organization. I mean, it's Kelvin, it's you know, we've had Will Bruin, who's out injured, and we miss him. I mean, we've had so many games, so many times in this club's history where the team has come up with clutch goals at the end of games to propel us into playoffs and into championships.
Mickey?
Coach, you stepped on Juana, Nuhu, and Ocampo Chavez. Obviously, it brings down the average age of the players on the field substantially. Just curious, your thoughts on how they played as a group, and just your thoughts on having that many young players.
I'll add one more in there because Wingo's starting. You know, I had given Handwall a bunch of starts, and it was Wingo's chance tonight, and I thought he played well. I thought Handwall had a very strong performance off the bench. He did exactly what I asked, and Nuhu again was very effective. I mean, his defending is very, very good, and you know he lit a fire under all of his teammates, you know, with his speed and power. So all 3 of those young kids, coupled with Danny and Ocampo, and Dylan's not that old, you know, it's a good sign for our club that we can develop some of these kids and they can play significant minutes for us.
Matthew?
Just minutes before kickoff, everyone celebrates Chad Marshall's career. Is it a concern for you that guys get out of their rhythm, getting ready, you know, those first 5-10 minutes, or they were prepared and they're ready to go?
No, I love the fact that you brought up Chad because he's worthy of a commentary here. We sent him off, hopefully in the right fashion. I thought that was a moving tribute to Chad. I loved it when, you know, he had to come and walk, and then, oh, it's not quite the right time, and he had to do it again, and it was just typical of, you know, Chad being Chad. He just took it in stride. His you know, some of the emotions that was in the locker room when he came in at 5:30 when the rest of the players were supposed to show up, that was great. So I think it helped us. I don't think it was a distraction at all. I think it helped motivate some of the guys to play well.
And how important was this game tonight, 3 points after a few results on the road and the Open Cup? How important was this match in front of 45,000 to get 3 points?
I'm sure Jeremiah or Alex knows. I don't know if this franchise has ever lost 4 games in a row.
I don't think so. No, they haven't. I looked it up, actually. They haven't.
So it's vital. It's critical.
No, they've never lost 1 out.
So it was vital that we get back at home, because you got to win your home games, and certainly the mental boost and the confidence that group has now going out on the road for another couple of tough games is going to help us.
Have to look at the all comps losses just to be sure, but yeah, good debate. Follow-up questions. Mark, I think I saw you first.
Victor Rodriguez wasn't in the 18. He picked up an injury, or what was the thinking?
Left hamstring strain. We're working on it. We're trying to get him right. I didn't want to risk him in this game. That was my decision, and we will take him on the road, and we'll see what we can get out of him on the road.
Mickey?
Obviously, Leyva scores a great goal that is later discounted. Did you talk to him, have any words to him after the game?
After the game? No. Well, no. I mean, look, the stuff we say in the locker room we'll keep in house. I mean, the kid played well. You know, we're gonna, you know, have him watch the film, do our normal thing. Gonzo will pull him aside, do his thing. We certainly want to build the kid's confidence, but you know, the kid's a real talent, and I'm not worried in the least about, you know, talking to him too much, not enough. I mean, he'll figure it out on his own.
Andrew?
Coach, you talked about it a little bit with the play from the player's point of view, but you know, injuries, international duty, losses in the last month has been really rough for you guys. But for you personally, just to get that win, what does that do for you personally?
Personally,
It's got to be stressful.
like my job is stressful in some ways, but look, we all work within a really fantastic organization. I don't feel the stress and pressure from up here. I feel it from inside, and I think that's critical, because what I want to have within my staff, the players I control, is that they have the confidence to do what they do well, and that's the way I think successful organizations should be run. So I give liberty and freedom to the coaches to do what they do. And Danny Leyva is a prime example, because Gonzo's helping there. When Jimmy works with Nuhu, when Preki works with the forwards, I've talked ad nauseum about Tommy and the goalkeeping. I think for me personally, what I enjoy about moments like this is just the fact that we've come together and we've devised a good training plan, and the players went out and executed many parts of it. You know, we'll still always strive to get better, but it's all credit to the people that work underneath me, and it's all credit to the players for actually going out and making the plays.
Felipe?
So it's a short one. What do you think about the new carpet, new grass?
It was great. I mean, it played, you know, there were still a couple of bumps and a couple soft spots, but, you know, give that field a month, and it's going to be very nice. I thought it played just like real grass.